Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there was a tiny village by the name of Kamiki.
Fire came in and set him on fire at the end.
Legend tells of a horrible beast that threatened the residents.
See, there we go, right there.
It also tells of the wolf that risked it all to protect them. Controlling the very fabric of existence, this wolf stood up against the beast many times its size and banished the darkness. This ethereal wolf's valiant act ushered in an era of tranquility. The villagers' hearts swelled with respect and adoration of the wolf.
And then it was a Resident Evil dog all along.
Oh, no. Not those. Don't remind me of those.
And that's also called the Cerberus and only has one head.
Are you serious?
Yep.
What is it with me making Cerberus single-headed?
I actually looked it up. There are like actual depictions of it with only one head. It's just uncommon.
Well, we're not talking about Cerberus today. We're talking about Okami.
I mean, Cerberus is the better dog.
Because that's the game we are playing today. Hey everybody, it's Archenitesky. I'm here once again with Chigger from Chigger Gaming, and we are starting a brand new Let's Play of Okami HD.
One of those rare times Capcom just decided to just freaking milk Monster Hunter to death. Or Resident Evil. Or Resident Evil and Mega Man before Monster Hunter decided to be their king franchise.
Huh. So us talking about the dogs from Resident Evil actually weirdly makes sense. Okay. So...
Oh, I forgot how weird this art style is.
Yeah, it is. We'll skip that. So... This is another game that I have started, but have not finished.
I started and played it for about, 15, 20 minutes, and put it down because... No, which I'll explain later.
Uh-huh. I think I got about halfway through this game before I stopped. If I recall correctly. We shall see.
I mean, I can spot the exact point where I just stopped.
Mm-hmm.
Might not even be 20 minutes.
I mean, yeah, maybe. Long, long ago, a tiny hamlet known as Kamiki lay nestled in a grove of proud and beautiful cherry blossoms. Each and every tree around the quiet burg was honored as a god. However, the village was not without its dark secrets. To satiate the appetite of Orochi, a fearsome cave-dwelling beast, a young maiden was offered as a sacrifice at the annual festival. With a body like a mountain and 8 heads mounted on necks the size of tree trunks, its blood-red eyes alone were said to curse anyone who gazed into them. No one dared disobey the horrific beast. When the night of the sacrifice drew near, a mysterious white wolf appeared outside the village. This wolf, its coat as brilliant as snow, was dubbed Shiranui, I think. I'm never sure about this.
Until somebody decided to paint on it.
The wolf kept a watchful eye on anyone who ventured outside the village, and made a habit of patrolling the streets at night. People assumed the wolf to be a familiar of Orochi.
Yes, the multi-headed snake demon.
One villager took it upon himself to face the fearsome Shiranui. The warrior Nagi attempted many times to challenge the wolf, but his attempts were thwarted by Shiranui's swift movements. Before long, the night of the accursed festival had arrived. A white-plumed arrow heralded the coming sacrifice. Piercing the sky, the arrow sunk its shaft squarely into...
Hey, yo, phrasing.
the home... What? Huh?
Phrasing on that. Man, this game.
I mean, if you think that's bad, just wait. Just wait. The home of Nami, the village's most beautiful maiden. Nagi, harboring a secret love for Nami, was enraged by this sign. Determined to put an end to Orochi once and for all, Nagi traveled to the Beast's Cave, in place of his beloved. The Moon Cave, a place as dark as evil itself, served as Orochi's home. As Nagi stood bravely before the entrance, a beast appeared, eyes glowing crimson upon 8 thrashing necks. Orochi stood tall before him, anxious for another sacrifice. Nagi leapt with incredible grace, swinging his blade valiantly. On and on he sliced, well into the moonless night. But Orochi's hide was like steel. The blade left nary a scratch.
Never a big fan of that S&T demon.
At long last, Nagi, his energy spent from the intense battle, dropped to his knees, fatigued and gasping for breath. He knew he was staring death in the face. It was then that the wolf appeared. As if to protect Nagi, it stood its ground before Orochi. In the darkness of the cave, the wolf's coat shone brilliantly. Alas, it was Shiranui, the wolf that dwelled outside the village. Bearing its fearsome claws, Shiranui leapt toward Orochi. Orochi reared its terrifying heads, readying its fangs for battle. The two beasts struggled wildly, thrashing in the darkness. Mysterious and terrifying, the spectacle continued. Shiranui summoned gusts of defying wind to counter Orochi's slaying. As Orochi closed in on Shiranui, sharpened claws glistening.
Hey, yo, who put that tree there?
A gigantic tree suddenly sprouted forth, shielding the wolf. Shiranui fought gallantly to gain the upper hand. However, Orochi, protected by a mystical power, was not easily bested.
Oh man, it's like the Shrek dragon with an afro.
Yeah, I kind of see it now.
Or not an afro, not an afro, a mohawk.
I know what you mean, and now I'm not going to be able to see it any other way. Thanks!
Yeah!
Shiranui, covered in gashes, majestic coat dyed crimson, stood exhausted before the mighty Orochi.
I mean, if the Shrek dragon was okay getting it on with the donkey, maybe this one will be getting it on with the wolf. I don't know.
Orochi saw a chance to strike what would be the final blow. But Shiranui refused to give in. With his last ounce of strength, the majestic wolf gazed heavenward and unleashed a mighty howl. Suddenly, the black clouds overhead dissipated. The light from above glinted off Nagi's sword as a beacon of hope. Guided by his sword, Nagi, who had been taking shelter in the shadows, stood proudly to face his adversary. Channeling all his strength into his scarred and battered arms, he leapt ferociously toward Orochi, his sword poised high. The golden sword danced in his hands like a puppet on a string. By the way, I would like to point out that each of the heads have a different design, so that comparison only works for one of the heads. One by one, Orochi's fearsome heads separated from their owner.
Like it's not a Hydra.
Orochi's broken body collapsed in a lake of its own blood. In that instant, the curse that plagued the villagers was lifted. As the battle subsided, the sun shone once again in the sky. Shiranui had succumbed to Orochi's poison and struggled to breathe. Nagi scooped the beast into his arms and returned to Kamiki. When they reached the village, Shiranui was no longer moving. The village elder gently stroked the wolf's head. In response, Shiranui let out a hoarse and pitiful bark, then closed his eyes and drifted off as if into slumber.
Right, who's hungry?
Are you trying to imply they should eat the dog?
Why not?
No! Peace at last returned to Kamiki village.
I mean, if the Chinese can do it, there's no reason why the Japanese could.
In honor of Shiranui's heroic exploits, the villagers erected a shrine and placed a statue of the wolf within it. Nagi's sword was christened Tsukuyomi? Oh boy. I'm hoping that name does not get brought up too many times.
If I had to guess, it's probably pronounced Tsukuyomi.
Tsukuyomi? Yeah, probably. Placed inside the moon cave. The villagers all looked forward to an age of endless peace. However, this is not the end of the story. There is more to this tale than most people know. 100 years passed since Nagi and Shiranui's heroic exploits. It happened so quickly that no one in the village even took notice.
The Triforce of Power has gone missing.
Is this the legendary sword? Is this So you just said it and I can't figure out how to say it again. Tsukuyomi? Tsukuyomi. Okay. Is this Tsukuyomi, the sword that banished the dreaded Orochi? No, it couldn't be. It's just a legend, nothing but a fairy tale. And you are an idiot. Oh, he who seeks power, he who has broken my bones. Speak the words, I wish darkness unto the world. Utter that prayer unto me and unleash my power.
Man, that looks like a very shadowy beetle.
It does kinda. Yeah, no, I see it. Yeah, nothing like just randomly dooming the world because you wanted to steal a sword.
I mean, I would say like that's like that's like a very random thing to want to steal because it's just a freaking sword. But on the other hand, if somebody left a golden AK-47 lying around, I'd go for it.
Horrible tragedy suddenly swept over the land. However, there was one village that seemed to escape the terrible curse. The tiny settlement of Kamiki village enjoyed the protection of a sacred tree. It is here that the real story begins. The wood sprite, Sakuya. How troublesome. This is just like the ancient prophecy of doom. What has transpired to bring about such a calamity? We must act quickly. There is no time to lose. My power is diminished over the years I've spent protecting this area. I don't have much time left in this world. Amaterasu, now is the time. We have never needed your power more. Shine your divine light upon this broken and polluted world.
Nah.
Let your heavenly rays become our hope as you guide us all.
Yeah, yell on your own.
Okami Amaterasu.
Alright, which one of you sons put this paint on my face? Do you know how much time I've spent making this fur all nice and white and pristine?
Oh no. Are we really doing that again? But with a dog this time? Ah, such a divine white light, such beauty and grace. The only one capable of such wondrous spectacle is none other than our mother and the origin of all that is, Amaterasu. How delightful to see that the savior whose brave sacrifice sealed away the evil demons so many years ago has not changed one bit. Seeing you emerge after so many years spent as a statue brings happiness to my heart. Ami's like, yeah, whatever. I want a nap. Amaterasu, gaze above you and take in the condition of the sky. Since your untimely departure from our midst, the world has succumbed to devious and vicious beasts. They have ravaged our fine and beautiful country of Nippon. But never have the circumstances been worse than they are at this very moment. Please use your powers to banish the darkness and punish those who would do us harm. What is this? Has something stolen its way into my robe?
Whoa. That's easy for you to say. You're not the one dealing with stomach cramps over here.
Phew! What on earth? You again? By the way, yes. He did indeed come out from between her breasts.
He knows what's up.
Ow, 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 ow! Are you nuts? boy, for a little thing, you sure make a big fuss. I was just trying to make the conversation a bit more interesting. That's all. Were you napping in my clothes again, Bug? Excuse me, my throat's like, what are you doing? Bug, I told you 1,000 times not to call me that. I'm a wandering artist. The name is Isun.
No, you're not.
Wandering artist Isun. I'll show you just how great I am, and it won't be long till you're bowing before my great brush. Well, what do you think? Even cuter than the real thing, no?
No.
What's with you, furball?
Eat it. Eat it. Eat it.
You look kind of down the dumps. Actually, you look kind of familiar. Guy, you look just like that statue of Shiranui.
Thank you.
Whoa!
I'll spit it back out.
What do you think you're doing? Are you crazy? A handsome guy like me should never be covered in wolf slobber. You'll regret messing with the great Isun. Don't make me use my prized sword, Denkomaru, against you. Later, Bug. We have other problems. Oh, but what's that growling sound? And why is it so dark anyway? Oh, great God, Amaterasu. I've used all the power I have to protect Kamiki village. The village lives on. Their spirits lie encased in my fruit. Cut it free, and the village will be reborn. I trust in you. I know that you will lead us down the right path. Only your awesome power can restore life to the world. The trees returned to normal, huh? That Sakuya girl sure said some weird stuff. The villagers' spirits are being kept inside the fruit? That's the proof. That girl said that. If you cut it down, the village will be restored. But it's awfully high up there. If you don't use some kind of special power, there's no way you're gonna reach it. This darkness is really getting to me, too. A lot can happen while you're
Sounds like a you problem.
taking a nap.